Hello everybody, welcome to Bass and Bonsai. This is how you do it. Big, giant, largemouth bass. And oh yes, she's a kisser. Hello everyone, finally we make it to this video. But we are finally out on the water. First time this year. It's already almost the end of February. Last time I went fishing was actually December 25th, Christmas Day. I caught 6 or 7. May not catch anything today, but I've got a bunch of stuff to try out. If you guys remember, all winter long I've been buying different rod and reel combos. I've got them all laid out in roughly from the heaviest, not necessarily the length, but the heaviest to the lightest. So I'm going to cast those out. Hopefully there's no wind noise in that ceremonic and the cover is working good. Hopefully. So moving on, the next thing I want to try, this is what I've been probably kind of the most anxious to try, the 6'6" medium. I want to see if I'm going to like it for a jerkbait rod. That's my favorite color jerkbait over the last couple seasons. My favorite brand, probably the RC sticks, just because they're cheap. I would have all mega bass if I was rich, but guess what? No, I'm not. But this color, the first year I really got into throwing, I've thrown them off and on, but the first year I really, I guess, kicked in and set out, you know, early spring and carried through. That color right there beat all of the others. I had a couple different mega bass, a couple different RC sticks, Rebels, Strike Kings, and that sucker right there in that color was just always like on. So anyway, we've got the 6'6" kuying Conqueror with the Aldebaran 50. I think that's 2015 50. It's a slower speed, and I just want to. And this is actually a pretty lightweight combo. This is, if it works, it's got a little bit of a shorter butt, which I like. A lot of people like a 6'10" for a jerkbait. I like shorter rods, period. So I kind of like even a shorter rod for a jerkbait rod. But I just want to see how well it throws this. Kind of get an idea on. You know, I won't really be able to tell until I get out and catch, you know, start catching some fish on it, to how well the hook sets are and all that. But as far as what I like to do, how I like to work them, I can tell you that I think I'm gonna like this setup. I might need to play with something ground or whatever. I might need to play with what reel I like, but this is the reel that I used on the other jerkbait rod from last year that I really like. But sometimes when you switch, you know, rods, the reel just doesn't seem to fit right anymore. But so far, I think I'm gonna like this thing. And since this is almost the time where jerkbait could work, I'm actually gonna try to fish it a little bit. You know, give it some pauses in between jerks. Probably not pausing enough. That's, if anything I struggle with on a jerkbait, is never letting it pause enough. So a lot of times you can just kill it for like 10 seconds, then jerk it. I'm always like 1, 2, 3. You know, I probably need to work on that, especially in this cold, you know, just above freezing water. Anything under 40. This water's not really stained, but I like it to be a little clear. If I, oh, I thought I had, oh boy, oh that. I thought I had a bite. I was like, game on. So let's try one more cast with this. And also, if you guys use something other than what most common people use, a 6'10" or whatever, you know, comment below what you think. But this thing I think is going to work awesome for me. It's definitely a stout enough rod to set the hooks on these. It's not going to overpower them, you know, so there's no reason why a 6'6" medium can't be a jerkbait rod, as far as I'm concerned. Get a long cast, rod tip down. I'm going to go ahead and slow down. Hopefully you like that. What do you guys think? Do you see anything wrong with it? Like, oh no, Charlie, that'll never work. Oh my God. Oh my God, it'll never work. But it'll work. And I guess real quick. What? No. Alright, that's it. that's going to be 6'6", kuying conqueror medium. It's going to be my new jerkbait. I think I'm going to like it. I think I'm going to like it as well or better than I've yet to use this one. This is the 2015 Metanium, before they came out with the Metanium MGL. Just a couple years made this one. I like it. I got a deal on it, but I kind of hate having like all of one reel. That's why I kind of got this one. It's a little different. I like the MGL better, but this was a deal on it, and I figure it'll do what I want to do with shaky heads. And this, I'm hoping, will be my main shaky head rod. It's 6'8", kuying conqueror, 1/8 to 3/8. You guys see that? I don't know if you can make that out. But the plan is this will be my shaky head, and I got old nasty shaky head. I'm just going to leave it on. I don't really plan on it catching a fish right off the bat, but it is black and blue. It could always catch something. But this will be the first time actually casting, and you know, this setup. Wow, that is the stock spool. That is a 16th ounce shaky head jig, Bagley shaky head, and then a Z-Man 7-inch finesse worms. It cast it out no problem. Well, we got the wind blowing with us, but it definitely, with that stock spool, you don't really have to have a BFS as long as you have a finesse spool, which all your Metaniums pretty much are, like a, you know, more finesse-y type spools. Kind of get a feel for it in the water, what it lure feels like bouncing off bottom, how sensitive this is. I kind of like to get a guideline if I do any fishing with Emily. She's got the old, which was my favorite shaky head rod, the Shading X Megabass Destroyer. This should not be as sensitive as that rod, but it should be close enough that it won't make a difference as far as telling bites. But I can already tell you that this is a less tip heavy. The Shading X has the spiral stuff like all the way up it, and just it always had a kind of a tip heavy feel to me. That's why I didn't use it as much once I got the Fantasista. So that's why I think I like this over the Shading X. Because I haven't even balanced this yet. I may add just a touch of weight here. This thing's almost, you know, the center of balance is not far off. It's just a touch on the tip heavy side, but not by much. Now, if you remember right, last time I caught fish, go back in the Christmas day, well, in a couple days prior to that, I had this rod with the Metanium MGL on it, trying to throw that little bitty square bill, and this rod is just a little too stout for those small treble hooks, and I lost some fish, I think, due to that reason. So I definitely won't be throwing the small square bills, but this would be an awesome, you know, 1.5 or bigger square bill rod. A lot of other purposes you can use this for. It's, you know, like I said, an 1/8 to 3/8, 5 to 14 pound line. I'm going to utilize it for shaky heads, but it can be used for a wide range of other stuff, for your lighter finesse type stuff. We'll look at the it's got, I would call it fast, probably not extra fast, yeah, about fast, which is kind of a good all-around action. And it's kind of like, they say medium light, but it's, I would call it almost closer to a medium, maybe, but kind of a medium lighty. Yeah, whatever. So that is it. This is the, if you guys are thinking about getting any of these, you can find them all on AliExpress. I love them so far. I mean, I don't really know until we get out and get at least a season on them, make sure they don't just start snapping, but I think they're roughly based on what like the kuying teton is, and those rods have all been awesome for me. So now, stay tuned. If you haven't seen all these different square bills I'm getting, stay tuned for the next video, because I'm going to break out what I plan on using all my little lightweight go-to square bills on, and that'll be the next video. So anyway, if you like this, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much. exactly how we do it. Big largemouth bass. Let's see if it'll jump. That is a beauty. We're gonna jump. Yeah! Woo!